My name is Rasmus Ingerslev. I currently represent Stockholm Leisure Partners, one of many companies.
And what brings you out to IHRSA 2017?
I'm currently serving as the chairman of IHRSA, so we've just had 2 great days of board meeting, and I'm very much looking forward to the next 4 days of trade show and convention.
And what does it take to become the chairman of IHRSA?
Well, first and foremost, you have to apply to become part of the board of directors.
Okay.
And there's an app. You'll be, if you're lucky to be elected, then you will serve for 4 years, and the last of those years, typically you could then apply to be the chair of the organization.
So tell us where you're from, where your company's from, and all of the above, Rasmus.
I'm Danish, living in Sweden with a Persian wife. I run different companies in our industry. One is headquartered in Stockholm, it's called Stockholm Leisure Partners, an investment company. And we, among other things, have the rights for Barry's Boot Camp, so we're going to establish that in that part of the world. Then I have another company which is, we deliver digital fitness, virtual fitness, that's headquartered out of London. And we serve 3,000 clubs in 40 different countries. And then finally I operate clubs, health clubs in Denmark, which is my home country. We launched the brand Repeat only 4 or 5 months ago and got 2 clubs now, but are looking to expand that.
So what brought you into the health and fitness industry?
My background is actually martial arts. And at the same time I was studying to become a market economist. And when I went to the US to compete actually at the US Open, which I won, we went to different health clubs to train, to prepare for the competition, and I saw that these clubs were very different than the clubs I had in my country. So I wrote my final paper as a market economist on creating a health club group based on the American, what I call the mall concept, which means it was bigger than the clubs I used to. They offered more services, it was more family oriented, whereas the Danish club were more, they came out of the bodybuilding environment, so they were, pretty much just targeting very young demographic, very much towards weightlifting. So I actually built 2 of the 3 largest health club groups in Denmark following that.
So why is it, with someone with your experience and your expertise, that you find it so important to come to IHRSA year after year after year?
Well, for me, I strongly believe in success by association. A lot of the things I've been able to do is because people have been willing to share their experience with me. When I started in the industry, my market was a very immature market, so I was looking internationally for inspiration from more mature markets. And IHRSA's just, heaps and heaps of information gathered over so many years. Many people are willing to share, and as I said, I'm a very strong believer in success by association.
If you could describe IHRSA in one word, what would it be, Rasmus?
Fantastic.
And tell us, what is your favorite move in martial arts?
What I call passive-aggressive, meaning wait for the moment that somebody wants to attack you and then you strike, because when they're coming forward, then there's no way for them to move backward, but then you just have to strike first.
And would you say that that's your theory in business?
No, I strike first. I don't wait for others to move. I'm very much an innovator, and I pretty much follow my beliefs, and I put my money where my mouth is, and my time. So some of the companies that I've founded were definitely first movers in what we did, and well, luckily they've all succeeded. But as any entrepreneur would know, it's never just a straight way to success. We've fought hard and sometimes very, very hard, and I think I remember listening to an interview with Steve Jobs saying that the only way you can possibly make it as an entrepreneur is if you're truly passionate about what you do, and I am truly, truly passionate about the fitness industry, and I believe that is why we've succeeded with some of my companies, sometimes against all odds.
Now, being someone that's had a lot of global experience, a lot of education, a lot of advantages in this world, what would you say to someone that's an entrepreneur that is scared to start? What would you recommend for them to do as far as coming to IHRSA 2017?
Well, first and foremost, I think there's a lot of brilliant speakers. You should obviously suck in as much inspiration as you can, but you also have the most dedicated fitness people in the world at this event, so make sure to connect with as many of them as possible. Share knowledge, don't be afraid to ask or share what you do. I think that's a great way. Again, success by association comes when you truly engage with other people. So that would definitely be my advice, and also remembering that starting a business is not the same as driving your car without a seatbelt. If you crash your car, you'll die, potentially. If you crash your business, well, you will most likely be able to do something else, start a new business. And I would say that you would probably just learn You never lose until you give up, and so just keep at it and make sure that if this is truly your passion, you will eventually succeed.
Now here only at IHRSA 2017 will you have the chance to rub elbows with the chair of the board of directors himself, Rasmus, so make sure that this is an event that you do not ever want to miss.